Hey everyone, and welcome back to ICC What to Watch, the show where we break down the football matches you absolutely cannot miss on this weekend's European schedule. I'm your host, Chris Murch. We have one of the more exciting weekends we will see in club football all year this weekend with derbies, rivalry matches, new managers starting with big clubs, and more craziness to ensue. My goodness, am I excited. Let's hop into the three best matches coming up on this weekend's European football schedule. First up, we have maybe the biggest derby in all of world football, the Manchester Derby, where Manchester City will head to Old Trafford for the first time this season. This game has all the makings of a potential derby classic as City sit on 20 points in third place, while United's league struggles see them in fifth place on 17 points, meaning 3 points for United here is massive. After a lot of Ole out dissent from United fans, a win over Tottenham last weekend, and a midweek tie thanks to a Cristiano Ronaldo goal at the death has eased the pressure a bit on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but that heat will be immediately turned back up in the derby. Ole at the wheel for now, and we know how well his teams perform when their back is against the wall. Can they snatch a win over Pep and City? For City, they have not looked like their usual dominant selves that we are used to seeing. A 2-0 drubbing at the hands of Crystal Palace last weekend, as well as some iffy-ish play in Champions League, has City entering this matchup with a lot to prove. To add to their difficulties in this matchup, center back Aymeric Laporte received a red card last weekend and will be suspended for the derby. Who you got taking it? 8:30 a.m. Eastern on NBCSN Saturday. Be sure to tune in. Next, we're going to head over to Italy for another derby, this time the Milan Derby, where Inter and AC Milan will face off in the San Siro. Last year, we saw Inter take home their first Scudetto in over a decade. Despite this season-long victory, Inter's team was gutted from last year, losing Romelu Lukaku, manager Antonio Conte, and Achraf Hakimi. However, they did a solid job in replacing these men, bringing in the likes of Hakan Calhanoglu, Joaquin Correa, and Edin Dzeko, who looks to be one of the best strikers again in Italy this season. So far, the Nerazzurri are in third on 24 points in the league and are leading Serie A in goals scored. However, this is 7 points back of their biggest rivals in AC Milan, who are tied at the top with Napoli on points at 31 in second place, meaning this matchup is so big for Inter, not only for bragging rights in their own city, but to climb back into the Scudetto race. For AC Milan, one of only 4 clubs still undefeated in Europe's top leagues, they look the part of potential Scudetto holders. With Zlatan back in tow, Olivier Giroud turning back the clock, Sandro Tonali and Rafael Leao looking like young stars, and more. This is a very talented side and look to be the favorites in this matchup. But can they execute and get 3 points? Sunday, 2:45 p.m. Eastern on Paramount Plus. You won't want to miss this one. Lastly, we're going to head back to England to feature Everton taking on Tottenham Hotspur in what will be Antonio Conte's first match in charge of Spurs. After an offseason in which Spurs saw their reported 8th pick, Nuno Espirito Santo, take charge of the club, only to get sacked after 17 matches, Spurs finally got their first choice in Antonio Conte. The man wins everywhere. He goes and turns teams around. For Spurs, despite being only 2 points outside of European placement right now, they did not look like themselves to start the season. They're winning some games, sure, but ranked in the bottom 3 in most of the meaningful statistical categories in the Premier League, and the lack of goals from Harry Kane was definitely concerning. Enter Conte, whose coaching style is stern, yes, but will more than likely get the most out of the players he currently has. A 3 at the back structure with 2 wingbacks like Sergio Reguilon or Emerson Royal would work well, and when you add Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and maybe Bryan Gil in the midfield with the attack of Son and Kane, Spurs have no lack of talent and no excuse not to be winning games. Conte turned Juve, Chelsea, and Inter around. Can he get Spurs their first trophy in many, many years? Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern on NBCSN, an absolute can't miss. A bit of bonus coverage for you in the Bundesliga. Undefeated Freiburg, yes, Freiburg, will head to the Allianz to take on FC Bayern in a matchup that could see Freiburg stake their claim as a true threat for a top 4 finish in Germany, and who knows, maybe more. Also, RB Leipzig take on Borussia Dortmund in a crucial must-win matchup for both, as BVB are only a point back of Bayern on the table and Leipzig are currently 8th, a position they are not used to being in. 10:30 a.m. Eastern for FC Bayern Freiburg and 1:30 p.m. Eastern for RBL BVB, both on ESPN+. Thanks for joining, everyone. Be sure to check out International Champions Cup for our other original programming, such as The Fixture with Meg Linehan, EPL Insights with Lucas Demon, ICC Confidential with Fabrizio Romano, and more. Also, go ahead and follow us at INTL Champions Cup on TikTok, International Champions Cup on Instagram and Facebook, and INT Champions Cup on Twitter. We'll see you next week.